Hello everybody, TyronnCannon here, and welcome back to another episode of my NBA 2K23 80-year rebuild here with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Today, Season 10, and we're going to start off Season 10 by looking at something we haven't actually looked at on camera for this series, is the player training. Basically what I've done with the player training up until this point is I'll show you, I've basically gone to team training and basically I've sent everybody to, for tactical training is defense, and then fundamental is outside shooting. So a lot of our better players now have a 3-point rating of like 90 plus. But what I'm going to do from now is I'm going to leave team training on balanced for both tactical and fundamental. And then I've done individual player training. So for example, Anders Larson, he's not a strong defender. So I'm going to send his tactical and fundamental training to defense specialty, basically. And as you can see, as I go down, each of the player, you can see on the right-hand side of the screen, each of the players has their own, player training focus is what it's called. So if you want to pause and have a look at it for each of the players, just pause, have a look. I won't spend too much time talking about this because I want to get into today's simulation. But that's basically one thing that I'm going to be changing going forward into this series. But I hope you guys are all having a lovely day, and I will meet you guys either at the All-Star break, trade deadline, or at the end of the season, and then hopefully we can see how we go for the playoffs. Alright guys, we have reached the trade deadline. We're currently 32 and 22. Now, one thing that I wanted to point out, which I forgot to mention before, is that we've also changed our system proficiency. I wanted to change the system proficiency. It was sitting on balanced before. I did that for the first 10 seasons. I was like, well, we'll leave it on balanced because I hadn't really committed to what I wanted to do. But what I've been doing in my spare time is I've been playing other My League files, just testing out different system proficiencies and different playbooks and that kind of thing. And one thing, I've got it on pace and space for this season because it's the best fit for our current roster. But one thing I want to do is I want to run a triangle offense or triangle system proficiency. I'll do that eventually because we haven't currently got the best roster around us to do that. Like, it's currently 3 stars, whereas pace and space is 4 stars. So that's one thing we'll practice, and through recruitment and training, is that we'll eventually work our way to get that triangle offense, because it's actually kind of fun. Because I've been using the because we've got really dominant big men. I've been using the 2001 Lakers playbook on a My League file that I'm doing at the moment, and I was able to draft a really good center. Obviously, the 2001 Lakers ran the triangle, so that's basically my motivation for doing it. So we'll see how it goes. It may not work, but we're in a position where we've won a championship. We're doing well. We're not so good that there's room for improvement, basically. And I think playing around with system proficiency and that kind of thing would help us improve. So I just wanted to insert that here. We're not going to do any trade deadline moves or anything, but it seemed like a good place for me to insert this into the video. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season when the playoffs come around. Alright guys, we have reached the end of the 2032 season. Andrew Forbes has won MVP. Andrew Warren has won Rookie of the Year. Calvert Gooden has won 6th Man of the Year, averaging 20 points a game. Nice. Evan Mobley gets Defensive Player of the Year. Wilson Nichols gets Most Improved, averaging 30 points a game. And Dion Blount gets Coach of the Year. Let's see if any of our guys reach the All-NBA teams. Dylan Teague does, having another fantastic season. All-NBA second team is Anders Larson, who had a fantastic season as well, averaging 24, 5, and 13. Let's see, a third team, no. All defensive teams, Dylan Teague. Defensive second team, no. And I don't believe we had any rookies, as they all spent time in the G League. Now, we are the 5th seed in the West, so this is going to be fairly interesting. I don't know how we're going to go. I have shortened the rotation, so I think we're currently running an 8-man squad coming into the playoffs, so I would like to get out of the first round. I've done a little bit of scouting off screen. There's not really a lot for me in this draft class, unfortunately. I don't actually know what picks we hold either. I don't know off the top of my head, so I might have to do some further scouting off screen and be like, okay, let's see what we have. Excuse me, had a little burp there. And we'll see how we go. But first, we've got to get through the playoffs. So simulate first round. We get through the first round very easily. But now we have to face the first-seeded Houston Rockets, who I believe are fairly strong. Going the wrong way there. Yeah, they have Jabari Smith. They have Jalen Green, who's out with a broken leg, which reminds me, Karl Anthony Towns is also out with a broken leg. So that actually plays to our advantage. Obviously, I don't want anybody to be injured, but still, we'll take what we can get. We'll simulate the second round. Speak of the devil, Towns is back. We're down 2-1. Towns gets another injury. And we win. We win the second round. We beat the Houston Rockets 4-2. We are now up against the Golden State Warriors, who I believe defeated us in the first round of the playoffs last season, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, we've made the conference finals, so that is good. We are probably the favorite, considering we're the 5 seed. We lose game 1. I've lost. It's 2-1 at the moment. I kind of want to jump in because I would like to make another NBA Finals, but it's looking like we're going to win this game. We do win. It's 2-2 now. I just feel better about simcasting these games because they go by. I can see exactly what happens. We win by a point. We're up 3-2. We were down for a little bit, and after being down 2-1, it looks like we might be going off to the NBA Finals yet again. We're going up against the Wizards. I wasn't expecting to make the NBA Finals this season. And look who it is. Anthony Edwards, we traded him away. He had a fantastic season for Washington this year. Maybe he just needed more touches. We do have a lot of ball-dominant guys on our team, so it is interesting to see what kind of a season he had, considering he was sitting on our bench for the best part of 2 seasons, and he's gone and been incredible. So, but that's fine. Hopefully he doesn't do a number on us. But anyway, they have home court advantage, and they look like they're going to take game 1 fairly comfortably, although as we do come back, and we are up, we take a game off their home court, which I'm really happy with. And we are looking like we're probably going to take game 2. It's looking like a blowout. We win by 14 in the end. Game 3 and 4 will be on our home court. And we win by 4. We're up 3-0 in the finals. Washington Wizards, Anthony Edwards, it's looking good. I'm going to jump in for the last minute 50. We're up by 29. There is no chance of us blowing this lead. First of all, let's see who's played well. Wendell Moore had 29. Hamilton had 24. Sankovic got fouled out at the 17-minute mark. He had 24 points. Teague's got a triple-double. Larson hasn't had a good shooting game. Towns has been good off the bench. Cole Anthony's got 9. Let's just see how we go. Alright, let's just run the pick and roll. Fairly simple offense. Hamilton's going to dunk this. What are we on Hall of Fame or are we on Superstar? Let's check this out. I think we're on Superstar from memory. We are on Superstar. Okay. Moore Jr. hopefully can play some good on-ball defense. Edwards is he's playing power forward? Why on earth would they have him playing power forward? Fields is going to take a mid-range jumper. He misses that. T gets another rebound. His 17th. Cole Anthony's playing shooting guard. Let's do a pick and fade. And it's a legal screen, because of course it is. I'm not really worried about it, I'll be honest. They're bringing in the bench crew now. Our bench guys are in. Augustine. He started a few games because we actually had a few ticky-tack injuries to start. Oh, Frankie Burks is in. Frankie Burks is back from the G League. He's technically this might be his NBA debut. He hasn't played any regular season games. So this is his sort of debut for that. But we had a few ticky-tack injuries before the All-Star break, where we had guys that would go out for 1 to 2 weeks, like Sankovic had some time out, Anderson had some time out. That's not a good free throw release. There we go, that's better. So we had some really random team lineups, like Augustine had a start for a bit. I can't think of the guy's name. Now they have an illegal screen. Who's the guy I'm thinking of? I just saw his name. Luther Lewis had a start for a bit because Sankovic and Augustine were out at one point. So we had our third string shooting guard starting for us. Time Lord spent some time starting. Frankie Burks is here. Oh, dunk that. Oh, kick it out. That's off. Kick it out again. Alright, let's run the pick and roll. This will probably be our last possession. Actually, it's a 20-second shot clock. So we're going to be fine. That's a lovely pass. Feels good to be NBA champions again. We had a disappointing season last episode. So it is nice to be back. Back on top where we rightfully should be. That is a silly foul. We did not need to do that. Anthony Edwards, he's probably getting booed. 31 points for him tonight. He's actually played quite well. And he's missed his free throw. That's unfortunate. Makes a second. Okay. 10 seconds to go. I might just hoik up a half-court shot. Why not? We miss it. It's fine. Controller down. We have won NBA championship yet again. I'm very curious as to who gets finals MVP. I don't remember who got it last time. Even though it was only like 2 episodes ago. But yeah, that's very exciting times for Minnesota basketball. 2 championships in 3 seasons. Very happy with that. But now the off-season begins. My favourite bit. Okay. Is it Davion Mitchell? It is Davion Mitchell. We can skip these highlights. There we are, hoisting the trophy up. Adam Silver, still the commissioner in the year 2032, and it is Anders Larson. I forgot how to say his name for a second. Anders Larson gets finals MVP, who I believe actually got it last time now that I think about it. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to the whole team. I am very, very happy. So that is fantastic news that we've won the championship. And that'll do it. That will do it for, not the episode, because we've still got to do the off-season, but that'll do it for the playoffs. 5th seed wins the championship. Anders Larson averaged 18 assists in the finals, so you can see why he got finals MVP. I don't believe we have any retirements. No, I don't think so. Staff retirements, Thibodeau's out, Malone's out, Monty Williams is out. Hall of Fame, Joel Embiid makes it, gets his jersey retired, as does Zach LaVine for the Bulls. We won't change any rules. Draft lottery. It'd be nice to see what draft picks we have, if we actually have any. We do not have any in the lottery. We do have Philadelphia's pick at 22, plus 29 and 30. So we've got 3. We could probably move up to 15, realistically, and just see how we go. Well, yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. Paul George's potential hasn't... Not his potential, his contract trading and attributes haven't gone up. Now, I know he's got potential to improve, but we'll see how that goes. But I'm not going to change the staff at this stage. Just because we just came off a championship. Everybody's under contract, it's fine. But if we could probably... What do we need? Let's have a look at our roster. We are good at point guard. Ben Simmons is a free agent, but I do intend on bringing him back. Shooting guard, we're fine. Small forward, we've got 2 really good young players to bring in. Grant Williams is a free agent. We could probably replace him, so a power forward might be good. And then Hamilton's a free agent as well. But we've got 2 other centers, so we might look to bring in a power forward. We could probably get pick 15 or 13. Let's try and go for 13. We can't get 13. 14. We can't get 14. 17. We can do better than 17, I think. 17. Where's 15? I want to get 15. 15. Where are you? There you are. From Orlando. And we'll give you our pick next year, lottery protected. They accept. Okay, cool. So let's go out and find a power forward. I don't think I need to do any additional scouting. It's too late for me to do it anyway. Minnesota Timberwolves are now on the clock. We could always draft a small forward and move him to power forward, like this Brevin Waters guy. Good dunker. Good dunker. Looks like he has good potential. Can't shoot, but we can train him to become a good shooter. He's 6'10". We'll have a look at Thomas McKenzie. He's got all-star potential. He looks to be the better prospect. Can shoot. He's only 6'8", though. But, like, in a small ball lineup, realistically, he's only going to be a backup power forward for us. So we'll go with Thomas McKenzie out of Northwestern with the 15th overall pick. And that'll do us for the draft. Oh my goodness, the number 1 pick was an 87. I did not realize that. If I had known, I probably would have tried to get him a bit more. Qualifying offer, we have Luther Lewis. He's not going anywhere. We'd like to keep him. Anyway, free agency. I don't know who we're going to be able to afford. I'd like to bring Towns back. I'd like to bring Hamilton back. And Simmons, I don't know where Simmons is. There he is. Okay, we'll go to Simmons in a second. We'll worry about Simmons in a sec. We're going to worry about Hamilton and Towns first. Hamilton, we've got to do better than 3 years, 152. What's the interest in that? 94. So we've got to do better than 94. He wants probably the full max, which I don't really want to give, but I think I might have to. We'll give him I don't really want to give him a no-trade clause. That's silly. Let's just give him the full max. It's fine. We can always trade him if need be. Towns, we have to do better than 2 years, 15 million. We can do that. That's fine. We are not giving him that. I know he's old. We'll give him 4 years. That'll take him to when he's 40. And we'll do a backloaded contract. 4 years, 64 for Towns. We'll do that. And then for Simmons, Ben Simmons, where are you? We will do... Can we actually afford Ben Simmons? We'll do 2 years. We'll do 3 years, 24 million for Simmons. Okay. They all accept, which is good. Grant Williams, goodbye. Your services are no longer required. They all signed. Okay, good. That's step 1 done. Step 2 is Luther Lewis. Do I wait for the qualifying offer, or do I just sign him outright? I can't sign him outright, but we do have the qualifying offer. So we might just do that. Or we just wait until we get an offer for him and we just match it. But I'm hoping... Okay, that was random. I hope we get an offer for Luther Lewis sooner rather than later, because I'd like to actually sign somebody. Okay, get the extension. That's fine. Player progression. Please be kind. Please. Oh, it's good. It's really good. Okay, Teague's up to a 95. Hamilton's up to a 95. Sankovic, he had a couple of down seasons. He's up to a 93. Larson's up to a 93. Towns is a 90 still. Wendell Moore's gone up at age 30. Augustine's up. Simmons stays, but he's 3-point. I'm working on his 3-point shot because I'd like to get him to at least league average. So I can just stick him in the corner and just let him shoot threes. That's my plan if I ever need to jump into a game. Luther Lewis is up to an 86. Burks jumps up to an 85 after spending the whole season in the G League. That's really good. Cole Anthony stays. Time Lord stays. He goes up to an 84. Julio Grant goes up to an 83. Same reason as Frankie Burks. Spent the whole season in the G League. Okongwu stays at an 81. And Thomas McKenzie we just drafted. So his overall's not going anywhere. Okay. Now, what do I do from here? We go training camp, first and foremost. Hopefully we don't get any major injuries from some league, which I don't think we do, which is good. Training camp, we will be sending Thomas McKenzie to a training camp straight away. We will be sending... I want to send all the young guys to training camp. I know our team is relatively young, but like... Julio Grant's going to go to training camp. Where's the other guy? Frankie Burks is going to go to a training camp. And we'll send Dylan Teague to rebounding. Why not? Get his rebounding up to a 99. And that is going to do it for Season 10. We're coming off a championship. Hopefully we can repeat for next season. Thank you so much for watching up until this point, guys. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you wish to join my Discord, there's a link to that below. And until next time, I hope you have a lovely day. And I'll see you then. Bye.